Hello students, how are you? Welcome to online English classes of New St. Stephen Public School, Unit 3, Awalkheda, Agra by Dinesh Kumar Srivastav. Hello students, today in this video I will teach you about tenses. Generally students, most of you have the problem about uses tenses correctly in your sentences, and many times you know the answer of any particular questions, but because of lack of knowledge of tenses, you write your answer incorrectly. So this is why I am here to teach you tenses and how they are used correctly. So students, let's start tenses. First of all, I am telling you about three types of tenses. These tenses are present tense, past tense and future tense. In present tense, we know the work which is going on at the present time, at this time, and past tense, it is called in Hindi bhutkal, and the work which has already completed in past, we say that it is in past tense. And future is the tense about which we don't know, but in future the work will be happen. So students, let's study the forms of tenses. So first of all, present tense, you know very well that all the three tenses, present, past and future, have four different forms. First of all, present indefinite, present continuous, present perfect and present perfect continuous. And same with the past tense, past indefinite, past continuous, past perfect and past perfect continuous. And with the future, we can say future indefinite, future continuous, future perfect and future perfect continuous. So students, we should understand, we should learn all these 12 types of tenses separately. I will teach you in this video about these tenses. So students, one thing you should clear that the structure of sentence, affirmative, negative and interrogative, in all types of tenses remains same. What change? Only verb and helping verb. The verb and helping verbs are changed in all tenses. So we should learn one thing, that the structure never change. Only the structure. What is the structure? You know, subject, verb and object. Sometimes subject plus helping verb, then verb and then object. So generally what we should change according to tenses, we should have to change only helping verb and verb according to tenses. The structure will remain same. So let's start the students. Let's start. Students, today in this video I will. So first of all, we begin with the present indefinite tense. And what is present indefinite tense? Means any action of present which is not definite, that is called, the action is called in present indefinite tense. Tense, you know students, tense is time. We can say in Hindi kal. So let's start the uses. First of all, where we can use the present indefinite tense. So present indefinite tense is used to, first of all, things happening in the present. Means whatever actions are happening in the present time, we use the present indefinite tense for this. Just as the she teaches in a public school, means to say हिंदी में वह एक पब्लिक स्कूल में पढ़ाती है. So here you cannot say when she teaches. What is the schedule? What is the timetable of her teaching in this sentence? But that's why it is a indefinite action. We cannot say what is definite about this. So next use of present indefinite. Present indefinite is used to express a habitual action. Means whatever your habitual action will be represented by present indefinite tense. For example, my servant gets up early daily. Means मेरा जो सर्वेंट है वो रोज सुबह उठता है, जल्दी उठता है. तो मीन्स टू से it is the habitual action, it is his habit to wake up early in the morning. Next is present indefinite tense is used to express a universal truth. Whenever you are going to express a universal truth, the sentence should be in present indefinite tense. Just as the example, the sun rises in the east. Means sun always rises in the east. We know about it. We cannot say in past that sun rose in the east. We cannot say it because हम ये नहीं कह सकते कि सन ईस्ट में उगता था. हम यही कहेंगे जब भी कहेंगे कि सन ईस्ट में उगता है. नेक्स्ट, express subordinate clause if the principal clause is in the future indefinite tense. Means you have not read conditional sentences. I will teach you these conditional sentences later in other video, but here I am explaining you that whenever you are using conditional sentences and there are one condition in conditional sentences, that is future condition. So here the principal clause in principal clause we use present indefinite tense, future indefinite tense, and in subordinate clause we will use present indefinite tense. Just as example, if she prepares well for the exams, she will not fail. Meaning यदि वह एग्ज़ाम्स के लिए अच्छी तैयारी करेगी तो वह फेल नहीं होगी. So students, in Hindi you can see that the Hindi meaning, by Hindi meaning you will know that both the clauses are in future tense. Just as यदि वह एग्ज़ाम्स की तैयारी अच्छे से करेगी, तो करेगी मीन्स फ्यूचर टेंस, और she will not fail तो वो पास फेल नहीं होगी, तो it is also in future. But in the first sentence, which is a conditional sentence, we have used present indefinite tense. If she prepares well, so here prepare first form and plus s or es, so that's why it is a present tense. So students, I think you have understood. So student, now read the other uses of the present indefinite tenses. First of all, with verbs of communication like advise, warn, instruction, these verbs are called the communication verb. So with these verbs we always use present indefinite tense. Look at the example. Everyone advises us when it comes to health issues. Means जब भी कोई health issue आता है तो हर कोई हमें advice देता है, तो it is always in present tense. So next example, as newspaper headlines, whenever any report is printed in newspaper headlines, you know that newspaper headlines report is in present indefinite tense. Just as the example, the actress commits suicide after a heated argument with a director. Means to say actress ने एक अपने डायरेक्टर के साथ हीटेड आर्गूमेंट के बाद सुसाइड कर ली. तो स्टूडेंट्स यहाँ पर हम कह रहे कर ली, इट मीन्स इट इज पास्ट टेंस, बट स्टिल वी हैव द सेंटेंस यू आर लुकिंग एज एग्जाम्पल इज इन present indefinite tense because commits, COMMITS, means commit is the first form and SAES has been added, so it is in present tense. Why it is in present tense? Because it is the heading of a newspaper, and that's why we have used this sentence in present indefinite tense, though the meaning of the sentence is telling us that it is in past indefinite tense. Students, another use of past present indefinite tense is when present continuous tense does not take the continuous form. means it is we are talking about present continuous tense. When present continuous tense does not take the continuous form, in that case what we will do, the sentence will be in present indefinite tense. For example, I see that you don't want to talk to me, means if we talk the Hindi meaning, if we say the Hindi meaning of the sentence, I see, मैं देख रहा हूँ, that you don't want to talk to me, तुम मुझसे बात करना नहीं चाहते. So I see means मैं देख रहा हूँ. So you think that this sentence is in present continuous tense, but it is not taking the continuous form. That's why we have make this sentence in present indefinite tense. I see is the first form of the verb. It is not in continuous form. So you have understood. This is a very important rule. Next rule, to make future time reference when the event is part of a fixed timetable. It is also very important, students. Means whenever any work is fixed in the future tense, in future period, then it is, if it is fixed, then we will use this any of such sentence in present indefinite tense. Just as this year Deepavali falls on a Saturday, means इस वर्ष दीपावली शनिवार को होगी. तो it is the action of a future, it is the action of future time, but it is fixed. It is fixed because definitely Deepavali will be on Saturday. That's why the sentence is in present indefinite tense. It is telling about the future action, but still we have to make it in present indefinite tense. Do you understand, students? So now, students, we will understand what are the structures of sentences of these tenses. So generally, student, first of all, I want to tell you that you know very well that generally most of the people, means all people we can say, whenever talks, mostly we used three types of sentences. Generally, affirmative sentences, negative sentences, and interrogative sentences. So our conversation are mostly in these three types of sentences. So we have to study only these three types of sentences with every tense. First of all, affirmative sentences. Students, I think you have already read about types of sentences in previous classes in 6th, 7th and 8th. So in this sentence, I'm telling you about affirmative sentences where any action is admitted, we can say. So first of all, what we use in affirmative sentences, we have two types of sentences. The sentence begin with the singular subject and the sentence begin with the plural subject. So he, she, it are the singular subject. So first of all, if the subject is singular or he, she, it, then we will use he, she, it plus first form of the verb, and then we will s or es, we will add s or es in the first form of the verb, and then object. We will write the sentence in this according to this rule, and the sentence will be he, she, it eats banana. Means either he eats banana, she eats banana, and if any small children which whose sexes cannot be determined, we can use it for him. So it eats banana. And if the subject is plural or I, we, you, they, generally in present tense we use I, we, you, they in plural. So if the subject of the sentence is in plural, then the subject or I, we, you, they plus first form of the verb and then object. We do not need to attach the s or es when the subject is plural. So you can understand with the example. If your subject is I, we, you, they, any of them, or any other plural subject, then eat bananas. Just as I eat banana, we eat bananas, you eat bananas, and they eat bananas. So next, negative sentences. So students, in negative sentences Also we have two types of subjects, singular and plural. So first of all, if the subject is singular or he, she, it, then we will use the structure he, she, it plus does not plus first form of the verb plus object. Students, here with singular subject we will not use s or es with the first form. So does not, then first form, then object. You can see the example: he does not play cricket, she does not play cricket, and it does not play cricket. If either it or any other either it or with any other singular subject, we will use does not. And next, if your subject is plural or I, we, you, they, any of them, then the subject plus do not plus first form of the verb and then object. Look at the example. First of all, I do not play cricket, they do not play cricket, we do not play cricket, and you do not play cricket. And if you have any other plural subjects like children, people, boys, girls, etc., then you will use girls do not play cricket, boys do not play cricket, people do not play cricket, or children do not play cricket. So students, I think you have understood the negative tense sentences also. So next, negative sentences. So now interrogative sentences. Students, in interrogative sentences you also know that generally we have two types of sentences. First of all, the sentence begin with helping verb, and the sentence begin with any WH word or question word. We can say why, where, when, etc. So students, first type of sentence is also called yes no answer type question, and second type of sentence is also called the question that should be answered in detail. So first of all, if your sentence is such type in which we can answer in yes or no, so do, does plus subject means here in interrogative sentence you will not use subject in the beginning. First of all, you will have to use helping verb. Whatever your sentence tense is, according to your tense you will always use helping verb before the subject. So first of all, here we are study about present indefinite tense. So do or does are the helping verb of this sentence. So first of all, do, does, then subject may be singular or plural. You know very well, we use does with the singular subject and do with the plural subject. After then first form of the verb will be used, and then object, and at last you will use question mark. Without question mark your sentence will be wrong. So understand the example, students. So example is, do you like to see movies? Here students, do has been used before the subject is you, and do is the helping verb. We have used helping verb before the subject. Do you like to see movies? And here the you is the plural subject, so we have used do, and at last we have used question mark. Next, does she like to see movies? Here the she is the subject and she is a singular subject, that's why we have used does, and does is used before the subject. So this is why it is in interrogative sentence, and at last we have also used question mark. Now next, WH family means WH word like when, where, why, etc. plus do, does will be according to singular or plural subject, do will be according to plural subject, and does will be according to singular subject, then subject, then first form of the verb, then object, and question mark at last. So this will be the structure of sentence of interrogative starting or beginning with WH family word. So example, you can see what do they do with the garbage means we can say what do you do with the garbage. Second, what do we do with the garbage? What do they do with the garbage? Here first do is the helping verb and second do is the main verb. Do means karna. Next, what does he do with the garbage? Here your subject is singular, she and he are the singular subjects. If you are saying she or if you are saying he, you will have to use does. What does she do with the garbage, and what does he do with the garbage? Again here does is the helping verb and do is the main verb. So students, our next tense is present continuous tense. You know about present continuous tense. Present means present action, and continuous means which is going on before our eyes. Whenever any action is going on before our eyes, we will say that it is in continuous tenses. So we can understand the uses of this present continuous tenses. So student, the present continuous tense is used to express an activity happening at the time of speaking. Means the action is happening when you are speaking, before your eyes, or when you are speaking. Just as the kids are watching the TV, means kids are watching TV, means here it is the action is going on before your eyes. That's why you are saying that kids are watching TV, and it is happening at the time of speaking. So next use, express an activity happening around now but not necessarily at that very moment. Means sometimes the action is not happening at that very moment, but the action is happening around. Just as Vinay is studying very hard for his exams these days, means we are saying that इन दिनों विनय अपने एग्जाम्स के लिए बहुत मेहनत कर रहा है. So it doesn't mean that he is doing hard work at that time when the speaker is speaking, before the eyes of speaker, but we will say that these days, मतलब इन दिनों विनय बहुत कठिन मेहनत कर रहा है अपने एग्जाम्स के लिए. नेक्स्ट, express activity means present continuous tense express activity happening in the future, especially a planned future event. Means whenever you have planned any event, any action in the future, you will use continuous tenses there, that I am attending the meeting. Means here we can also say that I am attending the meeting. मैं मीटिंग अटेंड करूँगा या मैं मीटिंग अटेंड करने वाला हूँ. वी कैन ऑल्सो से दैट आई एम गोइंग टू अटेंड द मीटिंग. मैं मीटिंग अटेंड करने वाला हूँ. मीन्स टू से अभी मीटिंग अटेंड नहीं की है, लेकिन फिर भी अभी फ्यूचर में होगी, लेकिन फिर भी इट इज़ ए प्लान्ड फ्यूचर, बट फिर भी वी आर सेइंग एंड द सेंटेंस इज इन प्रेजेंट कंटिन्यूस टेंस. नेक्स्ट इज यूज्ड विद ऑलवेज. मीन्स with always we use present continuous tense. just as she is always telling lies. वह हमेशा झूठ बोलती है, यानी वह हमेशा झूठ बोलती रहती है या झूठ बोलती है. तो in this sentence we have used present continuous tense. next, present continuous tense is used in a frequently repeated action. Means whenever any action is frequently repeated by any person, then we will use present continuous tense to express that action. just as Naresh is always falling sick. means Naresh हमेशा बीमार होता रहता है. means it is a frequent action, यानी बार बार वो बीमार होता रहता है. तो हमने इस सेंटेंस को प्रेजेंट कंटिन्यूस में लिखा है. नेक्स्ट, एक्सप्रेस एन एक्शन दैट appears to be continuous. means whenever any action is appearing as continuous, we use present continuous tense there. just as my grandfather is always sleeping. here same, my grandfather मेरे दादाजी हमेशा सोते ही रहते हैं. so here also we have used the present continuous. तो स्टूडेंट्स, अब अफर्मेटिव सेंटेंसेस के बारे में पढ़ते हैं. तो इसमें देखिए, सबसे पहले हमें फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल what we should use subject, then helping verb will be is, are and am, then first form of the verb, then ing and plus object. you know very well students, when we use is, are and am, is used with singular subjects, are is used with plural subject, and am is used with I only. So look at the examples of it. just as he or she is eating breakfast. Here we can say any of them. Either he is eating breakfast, she is eating breakfast. He or she are singular subject, so we have used is. Next, I am eating breakfast. Here the subject is I, and we use am with I, so I am eating breakfast. Next, you, they, we, they are plural subject, and we can take another plural subject, are eating breakfast, just as you are eating breakfast. Here he, she, I, you, they, we are subjects, is, am, are helping verb, and eating is the ing form of the verb, and breakfast is your object. So here you can very well understand, I think. So now we look at the next type of sentence. Next is, we have negative sentence, and this negative sentence also begin with the subject. So first of all we will use subject, then helping verb, is, are, am according to the number of the subject. Then we will use not. After not we will use the first form of the verb. We will also plus ing and plus object. Look at the example. First of all, I am not hitting the wall. Here I is the subject, am is the helping verb, and then we have used negative word, and then hitting ing form the ball object. He or she are the singular subject, so we have used is. Not hitting the ball, he is hitting the ball, she is not hitting the ball, he is not hitting the ball. Then they, we, you are not hitting the ball. We can take any of them. Either they are not hitting the ball, we are not hitting the ball, and you are not hitting the ball. We can also take any other subject like children, people, boys, girls, etc. Just as boys are not hitting the ball. Here we have used subject, then after helping verb is, are, am, then we have used not, and then first form of the verb we have also added ing in that, and then we have used object. Now at last, students, we will study the interrogative sentences. I have already told you about it, that there are two types of interrogative sentence. First, that begins with helping verb, and the second that begins with WH family word like why, when, where, how, etc. So first of all, the sentence begins with helping verb. So we use helping verb in the beginning and then subject. Helping verb is or am will be according to the subject. If your subject is singular, then is. If your subject plural, then are. And if your subject is I, then am. After subject you will use first form of the verb, and after this you will use ing. You will add ing with the first form, and then object, and then at last question mark. You can have a look at the example. Are you planning a visit to Agra? Here are is the helping verb, you is the subject, planning is the first form of the verb with ing, and a visit to Agra, these are another word, and at last we have used question mark. After then, next example, is he or she planning a visit to Agra? We can also say is he planning a visit to Agra? We can also say is she planning a visit to Agra? And last example is, am I planning a visit to Agra? Here in both the two sentences, is and am are helping verb. He, she and I are the subject. Planning is the first form of the verb with ing, and then other words, and at last we have used question mark. Next, WH family word. After then is, are, am, then subject, then first form of the verb plus ing and object, and at last question mark. Example, just as why are you, we, they writing a letter? We can say why are you writing a letter? Why are we writing a letter? Why are they writing a letter? We can also take another any of subject. Why are people writing a letter? How is he, she writing a letter? Here he or she are singular subject, so we have used is. So how he or she, how is he and she writing a letter? Next is why I am waiting for you. Here I have used am after I. We can use am before I. So why am I waiting for you? Why is the question word? Am will be helping verb, I is the subject, and waiting in the ing form of the verb, and for you, and at last we have used question mark. So now student, I think that you have understood these two tenses, present indefinite and present continuous tenses. So students, if you have any problem in these two sentences, you can ask me on WhatsApp group, or you can call me, and we will study the other rest of the tenses in our next video. And in next video I will tell you about other continuous tense, perfect tense and perfect continuous tenses of past and future. Okay students, thank you for watching this video.